Hello, I'm ToycatA, and Minecraft Bedrock speedrunning has always been at a natural disadvantage compared to the same category on the Java edition of the game. This is partly because there are just so many fewer seeds available on the Bedrock version, as well as the lack of good seed finding tools and lack of a community finding those things just 8 months ago. But in those 8 months, we've gone from an average set seed glitchless time of 40 to 50 minutes to a new world record of 4 minutes and 24 seconds. Exactly how this happened is something I was doing a lot of research on, and I want to make a full video into, but I think the seed element alone is something I wanted to discuss because this is one of Minecraft Bedrock's most incredible seeds. It makes beating the game so much easier than was ever possible just 8 months ago, and let me show you in today's video. So if you type in these numbers into your Minecraft Bedrock seed field, then what you'll find is this spawn right over here. It's not too much of a good looking spawn. I mean, it's a desert, sure, there's an abandoned village, sure, but those aren't too amazing of things that you want usually, until you realize that inside this village right over here, even though it doesn't contain an iron golem like a normal village, even though it doesn't have villagers like a normal village, it does still have access to hay bales if you want them for food or for full damage reduction, and it also has access to beds for full damage reduction, and also for taking down the dragon fast if you want to, as is entirely possible. Then you'll realize there's a ravine going through this village, which is sure common enough, but what isn't common enough is finding right next to spawn a ravine in a village which also contains the stronghold. That's right, we are 60 blocks away from the world spawn. We spawned there. Here is the stronghold. That is how close we are to it, and we don't even have to dig down because the ravine does the job for us. And it gets even better than just that, because you'll notice just over here there's also a mob spawner. In the mob spawner we can find great things like iron ingots, and we can also find a bucket. As you'll know if you've watched any speedruns, buckets are essential for being able to make a Nether portal super fast, and so yeah, it's just an incredible thing to find a bucket and some iron for a pickaxe if you really want it. Yeah, that's a really great start, but it gets even better because if we look over through the stronghold, we'll notice there's some water here for us, so we don't even have to go out to get it. You'll notice how there is a weird little area over here where we have to get through a staircase. So we could obviously mine through this if we want to, which is what actually happened, or we could... Okay, no we can't. What is happening to me here? You know, I should be able to swim through that gap, but Minecraft disagrees with that, right? And then you'll notice as soon as we do swim through this tiny gap in the wall, which shouldn't exist, but somehow does anyway, we find the end portal. And it's even better than just having an end portal, because just around this corner over here, there's also a chest which contains bread, there's a chest which contains iron, and wow, what great luck we're having in terms of iron, am I right? Also around here, if you want it, there's another weird hole in the wall that leads to another fountain, and another fountain on this way as well. Also between those two fountains, you'll spot there's a third fountain, so plenty of water in this stronghold. Not that you need more than one bucket. So being this close to your end portal, you saw how little time it took me to get here, would already make this seed pretty legendary by itself. It's a great way to get access to the end. The 2 IF-enders are a cherry on the cake, but having a water bucket that easily accessible, as well as any other iron things that you might want, means that obviously if you're familiar with speedrunning, you can then make a really easy Nether portal, because you place your water bucket down, then you take your lava, and just like so, you can very, very, very quickly make yourself a Nether portal. Obviously, this is actually me being slow at making a Nether portal right here. Just using a lava bucket and using the water, you can make very, very quickly a lovely little Nether portal. Wow, just like that, in just a few seconds, I have made myself a little thing. So having easy access to both the Nether and the end seconds after spawning, I mean a minute and a half if we're being kind of ungenerous of ourselves, is already a really great start. Even if you're not speedrunning, you're just doing this at a pretty casual pace, you'll find that that's something that is really quite a handy start, right? But if we then light this wood on fire, because obviously flint and steels are expensive, you know what I'd rather do? I'd rather light the wood on fire, and then that wood catches fire to the portal. Boom, we just managed to get ourselves to the Nether. But having access to the Nether already makes the seed great. The Nether itself makes the seed, like I said, legendary. Look at this. We spawned this close to a bastion, which is, again, so nice by itself. There's gold in there, there is access to piglins in there, but then, oh yeah, also on the other side, there is a fortress. The odds of these two structures being this close, you can see it. It's a chunk and a half distance between the edge of that fortress and between the bastion is such an incredible thing by itself, but then the order in which they appear too is even more perfect. Spawning next to the Nether fortress with the bastion nearby would be, really, really good. Like, having these two things together, already mind-blowing. Having them in this order makes it even better, because if I switch into creative, because what people do at this point is they mine a bunch of blocks and they use it to stack themselves up into this bastion, so it's kind of nice in that way. But there is a bunch of gold found right here. You can trade that gold of the piglins and pray for some ender pearls. Obviously, it used to be a lot easier to get ender pearls prior to the 1.16.100 update, but we'll dive more into that later in this video. But bear in mind that once you are here, you trade for your ender pearls. It takes very little time because you've got so much gold. And then what's that? There is a blaze spawner right over there, and as you can see in the speedrun itself, El Triego, the current winner, just throws an ender pearl over to the blaze spawner, and boom, now you've got easy access to blazes as well as ender pearls. Ender pearls take seconds because of the free gold, and then blaze rods will take seconds as well because you've got a nice little enclosed spawner right here. And the best bit about this is when you do kill your blazes and you get your blaze rods very quickly, what you can do is get back to the portal. How long will it take you? Well, good thing you have so many ender pearls because the portal is down because you stacked up, which means when you do throw your ender pearl at it, you can be right next to it and back in the overworld, ready to again throw your ender pearls into your end portal, and boom, that's how fast and easy it is to go to the end if you really want to. That is the reason that in just under 4 minutes you can be in the end, and then using the existing, also that was a weird dragon thing, and then using the existing bizarre bed techniques which are being developed on bedrock, it's possible to kill the dragon in a short 30 seconds if you can pull that one off using some lava, some blocks, etc. And yeah, that makes this seed most of what makes speedrunning great. Obviously, new techniques have been found at every single juncture. I mean, using ender pearls inside the nether seemed like a dumb idea to save 30 seconds when in reality the damage was worth more just a few short months ago. But given how much Minecraft Bedrock speedrunning has developed, again, going from 40 minutes to 4 minutes in the space of a year, it is something we haven't really seen in any other game of this size, of this age before, and it's something I would love to dive more in depth into, to the techniques themselves. Exactly how do you manage to kill the dragon in 30 seconds? How do you manage to guarantee you can trade all that time so fast? There's a lot of different techniques I'd love to talk about, but for now I just wanted to share this seed because even if you're not a speedrunner, even if you have no idea what I was talking about this whole video of what is speedrunning, ToycatA, why do people want to beat Minecraft fast? Is it not enough just to beat Minecraft at all? Why do you have to do it so fast? If you are that sort of person and you don't care about speedrunning, if you just want to beat Minecraft, here is a seed that will allow you to do that really quickly. I would say beating Minecraft on a random seed is more rewarding and natural, but if you don't care about that, if you just want to beat Minecraft, maybe get the achievements, seeds do not count as cheating in any sense of the word, and this is a seed which will allow you to do it even if you're not particularly well-honed in the game in a fairly short time compared to any other seed out there because of just how easy it makes it. And I would be lying to you if I said I didn't like a seed that just gave it to you. I'd be lying to you if I said I didn't like that there are seeds that do stuff like this. And yeah, I think it's a really cool thing about Minecraft that I am excited to dive into more in the future. If you don't know, I've been really invested in speedrunning recently for myself, but also just seeing what's been going on in the community. I love that in the past year we went from basically no one doing it to, again, one of my goals with speedrunning was never to be the best, but was to try and get people in the community making me the best, and people are doing such an incredible job at that, and it makes me proud. It makes me proud to see how fast Bedrock speedrunning has gone and how great. And I want to say, El Triego, the current Minecraft Bedrock speedrun record holder for a time of 4 minutes and 24 seconds, a time that is unlikely to be beaten because of changes they've made to the game in the last update that make pearls harder to trade for. I just want to say that is an incredible time. That is an incredible thing. And in the future, it's not even impossible that we see someone beat that. It's just kind of less likely because of, again, changes to the game. But yeah, I am very excited to say that this is an incredible seed, not just for the El Triegos and the speedrunning community of the world, but for anyone watching. And actually, it's not even that terrible, even if you don't intend to speedrun some Minecraft, because having food, having a mob spawner, having a blacksmith this close to your spawn if you really want it, those things are great. I mean, who doesn't want diamonds seconds away from the spawn? But it's also got not the worst terrain in the world if you do intend to take it on the longer run. I mean, you can see there's easy access to a savanna just over there. There's a desert here. There's a plains in that direction, free of the best biomes in Minecraft if you want that kind of standard building experience. But then also, if you go a little further, you can see the swamps and the mountains. And I personally really like the kind of biome diversity on this seed. I don't think it's a perfect seed. I wouldn't show it off on those aspects by itself, but it's not a bad seed by itself. It even has, is that a ruin portal just over there? It does have a ruin portal, not too far away from spawn, just in case you want to do it the more natural way. You don't want to use the end portal to get your nether portal going. Instead, you can come over here. You can find just 4, I guess 5 blocks of obsidian, and then you can light a portal over here instead, and it will be equally as good. And yeah, it's just an incredible thing I want to point out. And even, by the way, next to that, I'm realizing this just now, there is, as you can see, a ravine which has an abandoned mineshaft going for it too. This seed is incredible. This seed has made speedrunning great again. And all I want to say is thank you for watching. If you want to see my live speedruns, I'm not doing any set seed stuff. I'm doing random seeds right now. I am streaming semi-regularly on my YouTube channel. You can follow me on Twitter or hit that bell and you'll hopefully see notifications for those. But just in case you don't want to do that either, you can set an alarm for 9 PM UK time and you can see when we live stream some speedruns. It's been a lot of fun. It's very addicting. And I recommend you give it a try. With these seed videos, I always say, rather than trying to make it exclusive in a weird club that only, oh, you have to be a certain amount of good to get into, no, anyone should try speedrunning, no matter how bad you are, because, boy, let me tell you, you haven't made mistakes as bad as I have, huh? Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed, because I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.